there, this is Lori from Write Your Silver, and I wanted to do a tutorial for Uber passengers that goes over the most used features of the Uber app. But before I do that, if you've never tried Lyft, check out some free ride credits in the description below. And if you've never taken a ride on Uber, same with you, you can get some discounted rides below. So let's go right into Uber. And the first thing I want to show you is setting up your account. Over in the left-hand corner, you can see those three lines. That is the hamburger, that's what they call it. And this is where you set up your payment method. So you see payment there. So this is if you tap into payment, this is where you add your payment method because they don't take cash, credit card, PayPal account, and also the promo code that I have below. If you've never taken a ride on Uber, you would tap add promo code in there, enter my promo code, and get discounted rides. So that's how you set up your payment account. We're going to go back in here. You'll review trips by hitting your trips, and we'll look at that a little bit later. But let's go into settings down here and look at a couple things. You can actually set up favorite default locations like your home, your work, or any place that you go frequently that you do not want to have to type in on a regular basis when you order an Uber. And then there's also a feature where you can add family members to your account by simply tapping down in here, adding their phone numbers. Uber will send them a text to invite them to your family account, and when they do, you are responsible for their rides. So only give that to people who you trust, who aren't going to abuse your account. So back into here, the main menu, you're going to see typically the 8 closest cars to you, and that's what those little black and white things are, the Ubers near you. As you can see, there's one very, very close to me. But Uber selects your current GPS of your phone as your default pickup location. That's where they're going to assume you're going to be picked up. Now you can change that by going into where to. So we're going to go into where to, click on there, tap on there, and it has my current GPS location as the pickup location. Now you can change that at any time by simply tapping into the address and data entering your correct address just to make sure that the GPS is correct. Or you can set a pin and drop a pin, and it will reset your pickup address. But we're just going to leave it to my default location. And this is where you enter where you're going, your destination. Now I'm going to just say Portland International Airport. But before I do that, I want to point out 2 things to you. Now up at the top, if you can see that this ride is for me, but if you hit the little down arrow, you can actually order a ride for somebody else by simply entering their phone number in there. So if you tap for me, you'll see where you can enter your friend's information or your friend's phone number, and you can order a ride for somebody else to be picked up at their location. So that's an option that Uber gives you. Also, you can add multiple stops along the way to your destination. Actually, I believe there are 2 additional stops you can add to your final destination. So you just tap the plus sign next to where to, and I'm going to show you. And here you can add a stop, but I'm not going to add a stop there. So we're just going to go back, and I am going to set my where to Portland International Airport. So right away, I'm learning a lot of things just by looking at this. If I were to order my Uber right now, the car is 3 minutes away from me. So just be ready if you're ready to go. Now it's changed to 4, but this is where you choose which car you want to be picked up in. UberX is the default. That's for 1 to 4 passengers. It's the base model. Nice car, nothing wrong with it, up to 4 people. UberX is larger, so that's up to 6 people, and then there's Select, which is a high-end car. So if you want to get a really sweet ride, you would pay for it a little bit more, well, actually about twice as much. So I'm going to go back to the default, and so if I'm ready to go, I would hit Confirm UberX. If I'm not ready to go, and I want to actually schedule a ride later during the day, or actually a ride up to 30 days in advance, so let's say I'm going to go to the airport in 2 weeks. This is where next to Confirm UberX, where it's available. If it's not available in your location yet, hopefully it will be soon. But if it is, you can tap this and you can schedule your ride and set up a pickup window. They're 15-minute pickup windows. So I can, let's say if I want to go later in the day, this is where I would set up my time by tapping on the time and setting it. But I don't want to do that. I just want to go with the closest car because I'm ready to go out the door. So I would hit confirm UberX, and once you do that, the car is going to start heading your way. It's going to send out, find the closest driver, which apparently is 4 minutes away, and it's going to send them your location and your information, and you in turn are going to see the name, the picture of the car, and the license plate of the driver heading your way. You're going to be able to see them as they make your way, and as soon as they arrive at your location, you just hop in the car, but go ahead, jump in the front or the back, it doesn't matter, whichever you're more comfortable. So as soon as you get to your location, you simply need to jump out of the car, make sure that you pick up anything you've left in the car, don't leave anything, and just that's it. Your interaction is done. However, Uber will ask you if you want to rate your driver. Always give them a 5-star if there's nothing wrong, because if every driver got a 4-star, there would be no drivers, because you have to have a 4.6 in order to stay on the platform. So unless you have a problem, give your driver a good rating, because they're working hard for you. Now, if there's any problem with this trip, so let's go back here, and let's say the trip is ended and you've left something in the car. This is where you go back up to your account and you would go into your trips. And so let's say the trip you just did. So I'm going to find one, and here we go. So here's my trip, and here are all the options that you have after the trip if there's an issue. This is where you can check out your past trips. You can check out your scheduled. I don't have a scheduled one, but this is where you would see it. And if you are into upcoming, if you need to cancel it for any reason, this is where you would be able to cancel your ride. And this would have your family and friends, what rides they've taken. So that is a little bit of a more comprehensive video to show the basics that most of the things that you are going to be using as a new passenger on Uber. Hopefully this was helpful. If you have any questions, comments, or would like to see a certain video, please post in the comment section below. And remember, we've got some free ride credits for new Lyft and Uber riders. If you haven't used if you haven't taken your first ride, you can get some ride credits or discounted rides by clicking in the description below. So hope this was helpful, and hope to see you on the road.